good, unfortunate, but nonetheless proud community has found a braver, more gallant young champion.
'Cause even when they kill me, they can never take the game from a young G
who lies before us, unconquered still.
All these weak rappers, Nas,
Picket sides, outlaws outside the music hall. Bunch of ghetto superstars really down to lose it all.
I try to turn a blind eye to the fake shit, cause I've been with you since the barbecue.
Both sides was thugging, but when you in my city, you know how we coming. Animals in the field and most of them clutching.
When we seen you in that park, we was 40 deep. It was over right there. Pac let you breathe.
I remember I put Tupac on to that Henny. How at homecoming DC. He's like, what's this?
Been lying, talk about you turn Pac on to Hennessey. Fatal, he used to lash out about that, you know, like every time, you know, Nas wanted him to do an interview, he was like real disappointed because we all loved Nas and looked up to Nas, and, you know, to see like over the years how this story done just spiraled out of control with all these wild stories. Nothing fucking happened. Nobody threw a punch. It wasn't nothing. Niggas had a fucking meeting. Them niggas was surrounded, you know? It wasn't no winning for them niggas that day. It was 40 of us. It was 7 of them niggas. And he walked up like a fucking G. He didn't stutter. His step wasn't off. That's the realest version of the story. That's the most gangster version of the story. He was outnumbered. He ain't turn around or they go death row. Nigga, Suge right there. Nigga, there wasn't nobody else gonna walk up like that. Wasn't none of them other niggas out there gonna walk up like that. Trust me. That's the most gangster version of the story, the fucking truth. But I think the most disappointing part for me, he started dropping these King's Disease albums, and it seemed like every album he was throwing little lines in there about Tupac because he knew for sure the internet would run wild with them, right? Like one line he was saying he ran into Pac somewhere, one of them colleges, and Pac asked him what he was drinking, and basically he gave Pac the Hennessey.
For Pac drinking Hennessy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when all this shit pop up, we be ignoring it, but I be getting calls and from, you know, the family and everybody be like, Pac been fucking drinking Hennessy, you know, like throwing out the Pac line, right? About teaching him how to, he gave him his first sip of Hennessy. He'll do that on one album. The next album, it'll be like, I'm gonna do the Death Row East song. You know, then the next album, it'll be like, what he say? Something about he stole Pac's Thug Life tat because he got the Godson tat, but then he's saying, Pac stole the Machiavelli, the Euthanasia chain from his QB chain. That's one thing I remember that night, standing right next shoulder to shoulder with Pac. I remember Nas staring at this nigga's chain. I'm like right here. This is one of my favorite fucking rappers. He's right in my face, right here, with his glasses on, with the red lenses. I remember him staring at Pac chain the whole time. I was 18 years old in 1996. I'm 46 years old, nigga. You know what I mean? I remember that night vividly.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab. I'm in the building, and this is Machiavelli Media. Hey, yo, no, wasn't playing. When that nigga said it was his truth season, he definitely speaking his truth around this motherfucker. First thing this morning, Young Know What the Outlaws dropped Euthanasia, his official Nasir Jones diss. And I'm like, yo, it's crazy because I never knew Nob was sitting on so much anger. I mean, over the years, he been real chill. He don't talk a whole lot. You know, his interviews are very rare. He went like 7 years without even doing an interview. I know this firsthand. And to see him just finally unleash, it's like, shit. I mean, yo, somebody done woke up a sleeping dragon around this motherfucker, yo. First it started with Mutai and the things he was sitting on. He didn't like what Mutai said about him. Then he blasted Mutai with some truth serum. And apparently he been harboring some feelings about Nas and what Nas been saying about Tupac over the years for a long time. And, you know, it's wild because I know how Nob feel about Nas. He told you how he feel about Nas. So, you know, for him to finally get this shit off his chest, it was like, yo, he done had enough. Young Noble was fed the fuck up, y'all. You know, I guess sitting back, man, and watch other people tell your story or, you know, manipulate situations that you saw, you was right there. I guess he just grew tired of this shit, man. He grew tired of the people he cool with telling sides of the story that ain't truthful. His opinion. So he got every right, man, to dispute and to voice his opinion and like I say, like he said, share his truth season, right? Let's take a look at Euthanasia, man. It starts off, man, with some very disrespectful shit about Nas and Jay-Z and who won the battle, and Jay-Z freaking Nas' baby mom and then signed them, and, you know, very personal. Then it goes into the whole Bryant Park MTV award show beef that did happen or almost happened between Tupac and Nas, and, you know, how they had Nas surrounded. And, you know, it went into Nas claiming he gave Tupac his first sip of Hennessey, and Tupac said, "What's this?" The only thing I can say in those regards is Pac didn't see what he was drinking. Like, yo, what's this? What you got? And, you know, maybe it was in a brown bag and he gave it to Pac, and you know, that's why Pac asked him what it was, but I doubt it was his first time having Hennessy. Like, that's a universal ghetto drink right there. Like, nigga, it's in every hood. What we talking about here? And who traveled more ghettos than Tupac? He lived everywhere from Baltimore to Oakland, nigga. So you don't think he's seen Hennessy before? Come on, man. He couldn't have meant it like that, but if he did, then, you know, he had to get blasted for that. He talked about Nas saying that Tupac copied his chain, and that's why he felt it was okay to copy Tupac's Thug Life tattoo going across his gut. So he got one going across his belly. You know, we all know that we didn't see that QB piece till at least 9/7, 9/8. So I did a video about that myself. Like, what is Nas saying? He had the chain first, but maybe he got his times mixed up. I don't know. Only thing I can think of is I hear Nas give a lot of props to Tupac. He called Tupac a god. I know the beef they had going on, but I heard both of them talk about how much they really liked each other's music and what have you, right? Only thing I can think of is why Nas keep name dropping Tupac over the years is that, you know, he respect Tupac so much. You know, it's almost like a badge of honor that, you know, I was in the ring with this nigga, you know. Pac came at me, you know, Pac called me the ringleader on Machiavelli. One of those type of things. He want to remind people that, you know, he was up there with the Biggies and the Tupacs. That's what I get from that. I don't know if Nas is really trying to disrespect Tupac by that. But once again, you know, if Noble want to set the record straight, when Nas try to bring Pac's name up, and if he don't think Nas is being truthful, Noble got every right to do that. Noble also brought up the fact in Jungle and Nas's interviews, Jungle talked about he was going to shoot Tupac and he was going to shoot Suge, and you know, Nas said Jungle told Tupac it's on as soon as we get up out of here. You know, he said Jungle was a liar. He called Jungle a drunk and shit. I'm like, God damn, the drunk uncle. It was crazy, man. But he ended the track by issuing a challenge to Nas. He said Nas had 24 hours to respond. And he basically said he can make a song a day about Nas. But he said Nas got 24 hours to respond. Do you think Nas is going to respond back? Do you want Nas to respond back? I don't know. Euthanasia's dope. But you can hear, you know, you can hear the venom in this motherfucker. I want all of y'all to go check it out, man. It's out right now. Go ahead and watch it on YouTube. Buy it on your streaming platforms, man, and support the homie. Support my homeboy. And Tell me what you think, man. Did Nob go too far, man? Is he right for blasting Nas? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Machiavelli Media. Turn on them post notifications so you be the first ones to get it when I drop that shit. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.
Pop saw the chain, got his medallion, I want it. Send your weight invitation.
Your head down, staring at his Machiavelli chain.
Cause I copy the stomach, kings on the kings.
Got your godson tat, wanna be just like Pop.